Welcome. Join us as we improve your English through the power of storytelling. Each story is carefully crafted to help you learn new words and enjoy the journey of language learning. Today's story is called The Mason Who Built Dreams. Listen carefully, enjoy the tale, and discover new English expressions along the way. Let's begin. The Mason Who Built Dreams. There was once a mason named Marcus who worked in a bustling city. Every day he laid bricks under the hot sun, building walls for other people's dreams while living in a small rented room himself. One morning, a wealthy merchant stopped to watch Marcus work. "You've been laying bricks for 20 years, the merchant said, "yet you still have nothing to show for it. Why don't you work for yourself?" Marcus paused, wiped his brow, and replied, "I'm building something bigger than you can see." The merchant laughed and walked away. Years passed. Marcus continued his work with the same dedication. He never complained, never rushed, and never cut corners. Other masons would mock him, saying he was too slow, too careful, too proud of simple brickwork. But Marcus had a secret. Every evening after work, he would walk to the edge of town where an old orphanage stood. The building was crumbling, its walls weak, its roof leaking. The children inside had nowhere else to go. Night after night, Marcus brought his own bricks. Slowly, carefully, he began rebuilding the orphanage. One wall at a time. One brick at a time. He asked for no payment and told no one. 10 years went by. The wealthy merchant returned to the city and saw a magnificent building standing where the old orphanage once crumbled. Its walls were strong, its structure perfect, its craftsmanship extraordinary. "Who built this masterpiece?" the merchant asked a passerby. "Marcus the Mason," came the reply. "He spent 10 years rebuilding it, working every night after his day's labor. He did it all for free." The merchant found Marcus, now an old man with weathered hands, still laying bricks for his daily bread. "I was wrong about you," the merchant said. "You are the richest man I know." Marcus smiled. "I told you I was building something bigger than you could see. I wasn't building walls. I was building lives. I wasn't collecting coins. I was collecting moments that mattered. The children who now have shelter, who now have hope. That is my fortune." The merchant stood silent, understanding at last what true success meant. Marcus continued, "You see, I learned something long ago. We all leave something behind in this world. Some leave buildings. Some leave money. But the only thing that truly lasts is what we build in the hearts of others." That night, the merchant couldn't sleep. He thought about his own life, the wealth he'd accumulated, the expensive house he owned, the respect he commanded. Yet he felt empty. The next morning, he found Marcus at work. "Teach me," the merchant said simply. Marcus handed him a trowel. "There's a school across town that needs repair. Let's start there." And so 2 men who once saw the world so differently began building together. Not for profit, not for fame, but for something far more valuable, the chance to make a difference in someone's life. Years later, when Marcus finally passed away, the entire city came to honor him. Not because he was rich, not because he was famous, but because he had touched countless lives with his quiet generosity. The orphans he'd sheltered grew up to be teachers, doctors, and builders themselves. They carried forward his lesson that success isn't measured by what we keep for ourselves, but by what we give to others. Marcus the Mason had indeed built something extraordinary, not with bricks and mortar alone, but with kindness, dedication, and love. And that, unlike any building, would stand forever.